So Love Inc. of Treasure Valley is a very blessed affiliate. We have over 80 churches that help in different ways. We have over 500 weekly volunteers who come in and serve, and about another 3,000 that serve through prayer or financial donations or occasional services. So we literally have an army of people here. Our families have paid off over $4.5 million of debt in the last few years that we've walked with them. So it's just an amazing thing what can happen when the church comes together and works together for the common good of restoring homes, restoring families, restoring lives for Christ's name.
I just realized that sometimes God needs us to coach people and befriend people before they'll really take you seriously. From an apologetic side, you can go out and evangelize, but sometimes people don't want to hear it until they really see God's love in action. And that's what I noticed a lot at Love Inc. is true transformation because of the way God's love is applied through the hands and hearts of many volunteers.
Everyone has a story, and I think everyone wants to feel like they've been heard. But what I found is if you're not listening to the story, then their need defines them. Then they start to think of themselves as whatever they need. And so we started to get involved with people, hear their story. And I didn't realize that what we were doing at our affiliate here at Love Inc. of the Treasure Valley was different from what other people were doing across the nation in Love Inc.'s, or that it was even different than most other helping entities. It just made sense to me. Focus on the person, help the person, involve the person, then meet their need.
What I do know is that when you put the philosophy of redemptive compassion into practice, it allows God to transform lives. And I've seen it over and over again where you see God take these people that want nothing to do with church, and He uses a relationship, a friendship at Love Inc. that wouldn't exist if they didn't happen to have financial trouble. God uses that to build a friendship that allows you to speak truth into their lives. And once you're their friend, they begin to care about what you're telling them. And we as counselors or teachers, we just can't do it. It's God who does it. It's the Spirit who works. He just works a lot through Love Inc.
Eventually, I realized that just speaking it, I wasn't going to be able to speak it enough, and that's where I started to write Redemptive Compassion. Had a long argument with God about that. I said, I don't know enough, I don't know the answers, and I almost verbally could hear Him say in my spirit, you're right, you don't know the answers, you don't know enough. But you could ask questions, and those questions could draw people to me, and I do know the answers. So Redemptive Compassion was birthed out of a desire to just move people into conversation about helping differently, helping people do kingdom work as I believe we're biblically called to.
Lois has this gift of taking the way that we help people and really coming up with this philosophy and really penning the philosophy, writing it down, calling it redemptive compassion, and leading the teaching that's happening around the nation in order to enable other communities to start helping people the way that we do here. And that takes a lot of work, a lot of relationship, and a lot of people working together. And it's hard work. But when we're willing to do it, the fruits are phenomenal. And the fruits, to me, are way beyond financial success.
So to date, everybody who's a Love Inc. affiliate at some point receives Redemptive Compassion training on the philosophy of how to help differently, and it has spread across the nation, and there's just a lot of people now sitting with the Lord, working in their groups, working in their ministries, trying to offer compassion that is redemptive and restorative.